Hello, everyone. This is Fragger here for Fragger Talks for the week of 4/27/2011. If I sound a bit off, it's because of the fact that I did my stream last night where I went from 12:30 to 12:30. Then I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning having a conversation with Brown Man and Michael from Rage Quit. And yeah, my voice is kind of shot at the moment, and I'm very tired. So this is going to be a very subdued Fragger Tries, and yeah. So we're going to talk about a few things that have happened in the past week, and then we're also going to talk about, we're going to answer a whole bunch of questions. I got a lot of questions this week, so let's get right into this. So between the last show and this show, I've only played this week's arcade games, and I also 100%ed Portal 2. I said I was probably not going to be able to play Portal 2 not for a while. And then what happened was I was going through the community videos for Achievement Hunter, and I saw there's a lot of Portal 2 stuff coming in. And I'm like, well, can't have none of that. Don't want to get that shit spoiled. So what I did was I just went out, rented the game of Blockbuster, plugged through the single player in about a day. Day and a half, actually, sorry. It was, I got home at like 3 o'clock, and I played it until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I played it for a few hours in the morning. And I was done with the single player, and then I did the same thing with the co-op by myself and had a fantastic time. And I got the 1,000 last night on Achievement Hunter TV with the help of the following people, which I would like to thank. I would like to thank Iceman for helping me out with the first two co-op rooms sections after I did it solo. Got me into co-op. It would have counted as a hug from him, but I didn't have him on the friends list. I would then also like to thank Mr. Rippy for helping me out with a few achievements. My controller is off, so I can't tell you what they are. He also provided me with my very first hug, which, by the way, if you don't understand what I'm talking about with the achievements, you have to hug somebody on your friends list. If they're not on your friends list, it doesn't count. But Rippy helped me out with solve 3 co-op chambers in massive velocity under 60 seconds each. So thank you for that. And then I would also like to thank Michael from Rage Quit, because he helped me out with about 2 achievements. He was my final hug. Well, he wasn't my final hug because somebody else was, but he also helped me with Professor Portal, and which was awesome. But and the last person I want to thank is RU Ninja, who helped me with. He gave me my last hug, and I got the achievement on the stream. So I got 2 big achievements on the stream, which is pretty cool. So thank you guys very much. And other than that, I really like Portal, but my biggest problem I have with Portal is that the game is pretty much, here's the single player, here's the co-op, and then that's it. There's no like challenge rooms, there's none of that stuff, at least right now. I have a feeling they're going to be added via DLC. And or advanced chambers, no advanced chambers either, so you've got a whole bunch of just stuff to do, and, you know, I mean, not a whole bunch of stuff to do. I mean, you used to have a whole bunch of stuff in the original Portal, but now you're just kind of there. You're like, oh, here's Portal. Thumbs up. And that's pretty much it. And I was very disappointed in that, actually. But all said and done, the game is still fantastic. It was a great co-op game. But right now, with the way it is, I think it's a very solid rental. It's good. I also beat Mortal Kombat. Well, beat the storyline, and did my shooting for achievements, and had a pretty fun time. That game, I think, with the amount of content in it, and if you like fighting games, is worth a buy. But this week's arcade games was Outland. I all of a sudden can't remember them. Ninja Jump, which if I remember correctly, and I would like to really thank Juwario for that, because it was because of his video on DSi games in Japan, because he showed that one. I now know that that's where that came from, was a DSi game. And Trouble Witches Neo, which is the only one I didn't play because I saw the pictures and went, no, this game is not for me. Because it's a Japanese, like, it's a Japanese twin stick shooter where they emphasize, like, the cat girls and shit. And I'm like, not for me. I'm good. So I didn't play it. And so I didn't play that. And then Nin 2 Jump, or Nin Square Jump, which is a pretty fun game. It's very simplistic. There's one aesthetic thing I don't like, which is the people at the bottom of your screen that cheer and do stuff. So you got a bunch of heads at the bottom of the screen. I'm not a big fan of that. But other than that, it looks like a pretty good like beat your best time kind of game. So it's pretty cool. But the big game of the week is Outland. Holy shit, you need to buy Outland. Outland is like somewhat like level based and linear Metroid. Like, you've got the exploration in, like, that level you're in, and you can go backwards and forwards in each level, and you slowly upgrade your character. So it is kind of like a level-based, like, Metroidvania, but without the full exploration, and you slowly start unlocking things. But a good example is, like, I play the first 2 levels of the trial, which is something I always do. Especially like a game. I don't want to beat it to completion, but I want to beat it to the point if I know if I like it. And I saw a lift that I couldn't use because it was blue shaded, and I'm using video from the game, so you'll see what I mean. And that was really, and as soon as I saw that, I'm like, well, that means I can come back and unlock parts of levels that I couldn't do before. And I'm like, that's awesome. I can't wait to do that. And it's got other major positives, which is it's got like an achievement tracking, not achievement tracking, but it's actually got a tracking system. It tells you how many collectibles you've collected out of how many. And it also tells you how many are in the level. Those 2 alone made the game worth buying. Because I saw the collectible achievement, I went, fuck. Arcade games and collectibles usually don't mix. But then I saw it says, like, oh, you have 2 out of the 2 in this level. And I went, yes. So I was very excited. So buy Outland. It's a fantastic game, or at least play the trial. Or if you don't need to play the trial after watching this video, please buy the game, because the game is fantastic. So what's happened in this past week at Achievement Hunter? Well, I think I actually have the video not already up. Shit. Let's go to the Rooster Teeth page and take a look. Obviously, it's been a plethora of motherfucking Portal 2 and Mortal Kombat vids. There's been a lot of them. And so we have, I'm just going to say all of the fatalities are up. A whole bunch of the missable storyline stuff in Portal 2. Jack put up secret coins that you can find in the crypt in Mortal Kombat. Just a whole bunch of stuff. And a few really cool videos went up too. Like, I know that 6 days ago, so yeah, this wasn't up when I did this video, but my Crisis 2 Easter egg went up. And I'm going to try something here. I'm trying annotation, so you'll see a little link here. We're going to try that out. So, yeah. So, watch that video. It's awesome if you haven't seen it already. And other than that, we had a few other Easter egg videos that went up that week for the week of the Easter week videos. We also had the top... I know I talked about the top 10 Halo videos. I talked about that last week. Also, the top 10 Easter eggs of all time on the 360, which was really, really cool. And that went up like Saturday, and I think Jeff posted it on the site on Easter, which was really cool. Also, than that, we also had the some stuff on the Minecraft. I said Minecraft because I saw the Minecraft video. The Minecraft video went up for the new achievements that were added via the achievement patch on that. And I'm not a Minecraft player, so I hope you people who are enjoyed it. Other than that, inside of the babalities and just the sheer ton of Mortal Kombat stuff, a little video of mine went up before Mortal Kombat X-Rays. Actually went up yesterday. I'm going to, of course, link to it here, and I hope you enjoy it. So that's pretty much it for videos. I'm still waiting on... There's 3 of my videos now in the queue, which is still the second half of my Crisis 2 collectibles and my Dragon Age 2 collectibles still haven't gone up, and the second level of I need to not be doing that. I was bumping the cable for my mic, and I realized it was making a noise every time I did, so I'm going to not do that anymore. And I said the second level of the fucking Lego Star Wars 3 guide. And of course, I whenever I'm personally talking about it, I gotta say fucking because I can't see it in the videos because I was asked not to by Jeff. So that is it for the what's happening at Achievement Hunter in the past week portion of this whatever the fuck this show is. And we're going to move on to talking about questions. So once again, I'm going to start with the questions in RT, and I'm going to move over to the YouTube questions. What is your most anticipated game of this year, and what is your current favorite game of this year? Now, I would say, duh, Mass Effect 3, but that's kind of obvious. So, other than Mass Effect 3, a few other games I'm really anticipating this year, which is Deus Ex Human Revolution. I'm a big Deus Ex fan. I'm going to try to stream the original Deus Ex on Achievement Hunter TV. I think from the Achievement Hunter TV starting from now on, I'm going to stream at least a level of that game each time. So the people who have never seen that game can now see it. After Deus Ex, Human Revolution, I'm also looking forward to Gears of War 3. I mean, it's not because of the whole bromance and, like, bro stuff. It's like, Gears of War has always been a very solid third-person shooter, and I love games like those. So, I'm very excited for Gears of War 3. And I'm also playing the beta, which is a good time. So, that's it. Number 2, are you going to be doing achievements for Lego Pirates of the Caribbean? At this point, I don't know, because I would like to play the game, but I'm balls deep in Lego Star Wars 3, and that's a lot of work. These Lego guides are a lot of work, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing videos for them, but I would like to play the game at least. This next person, by the way, that was from Firebolt3159 and then Firestorm19. Next one is from Sasquatch for the win. Saying stuff about, he's commenting on the video, then I'm not sure if co-op is random. What do you think of an age podcast from some of the others like Brownman or Mike? You know, if they want to do stuff like that, that's cool, but as I said, I don't have time to edit any kind of podcast. This is the extent of what I want to edit. But I mean, if it's something short and I can record it during the daytime, I'd be down. Maybe. Then Soothsayer59 asks what program do you use to stream. It's called XSplit Broadcaster. I also use that for when I am doing one-on-one commentaries with people, so they can see the video. And then we don't have to sync up the video. I just have to know when I hit play. So go on their site, sign up for the beta, and you can use it too. You can use it too. Can't do high pitch apparently. What games make you rage quit? What is your favorite Bond movie? Now, for the first question, what games have made me rage quit? It depends. Like, it's usually the very high difficulty games. Stuff like World at War on Veteran made me want to punch babies. Stuff like possibly Super Meat Boy. And plus, I walked away from that game for like 6 months, came back and beat the shit out of it. Stuff like that. You know, it's usually the stuff that's very hard is stuff that I don't like the very, very hard stuff. But usually I'm the kind of guy who's like, I'm going to persevere through this and I'm going to get it. Like, actually, here's a good example. Like, Tudor Browman and I were going for Heavy Metal War and Transformers War for Cybertron. And, you'll get to wave 13 out of the 15 waves you need, and you die. I'm like, fuck this game. And that's me in a nutshell. That'll happen. So it's usually stuff like that. It's very hard for me to nail them down because I kind of block them out in fits of rage, but you know. And then, what is your favorite Bond movie? I'm gonna say 2 of them because I have 2 favorite. I love Casino Royale for Daniel Craig, but for the non-recent Bond, I'm a big fan of like Thunderball and Moonraker are my other 2. I love those. Like, Thunderball's a great like classic Bond, and Moonraker is just a great example of when Bond went butt fucking insane for a while. So, there's your questions. Now for the YouTube questions. You want Fragger Talks more often? No, because I already run out of shit to say in one episode. Be more blah, 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 420 smoke weed, woo. Fuck you. Now for the big question. The one I've been wanting to answer. What do you think about the recent developments in Day 1 DLC? For example, BioWare games now come with an online pass at launch, and Portal 2 PC shipped with $80 of cosmetic extra skins and stuff. Do you think it's bad for gaming or a reasonable way to compensate for the increasing costs of making games and to combat secondhand sales? Now, you brought up the very positive one, stuff like the online pass. Because the online pass is you get a code in your game for buying it new. It's like $10 that you buy it for. And you get a whole bunch of free DLC. Then there's PDLC. That's the positive stuff. Like, oh, I bought the game, I get all this shit. That's the good way. The negative side of the pass is stuff like Mortal Kombat. Like, I got Mortal Kombat, and it's got a 40, and it's like, oh, here's your pass to play it online. Or you can only play it for 2 days online. That's the bullshit way of doing it. Like, also say, like, you have Mortal Kombat, and it's got day one DLC where it's like, oh, here, buy classic stuff. Like, the pre-order stuff, day one, that you can just buy. And I'm like, oh, that works. I agree with that. And the other side, and the other negative side of that is stuff like when Hardcorps, that game came out. I also forget the full name of that game, so I'm actually I'm actually in the marketplace already. I'm scrolling over because I couldn't remember name of the Witches game. There you go. Hardcorps Uprising, where it had day one DLC, and it was like 3 characters that weren't in the game, but they all play differently, but their price points were really high. Let me take a quick look at what they were. Yeah, they were 200 apiece. So the game was 1,200. You're paying $15 for the game, and then they release $7 worth of DLC day one of 3 more characters. In other words, fuck you. That's bullshit. So I always say it depends on the way that the DLC is done. If it's handled correctly, I think day one DLC is good and bad. I think a lot of people don't like when DLC is announced before the game comes out. I'm one of the people that loves that. So, like, I'm using LA Noire as an example. I'm probably not going to be playing LA Noire, and I'm saying that I'm probably going to end up playing it. But LA Noire saying, hey, we've got DLC that's coming out. People are like, oh, why are you already announcing? It's like, guys, we all know it's coming. It's a Rockstar game. Every Rockstar game that's come out in this generation has had PDLC, and it's been expansive and big, and everyone's loved it. Everyone's loved the Red Dead DLC. Why are you bitching about knowing that it's going to be coming and like, oh, it's called this, and this is what you got if you like pre-order the game and you got this, and you're like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. And like now, just letting you know it's coming out. Another example is like Dragon Age 2. If you got the Signature Edition, which I did not, you get like the extra character. You have to buy them if you didn't. It's like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. Thank you for letting me know that that's going to be happening, so that you know to buy the Signature Edition. I didn't pay for the game, so I'm not complaining. But other than that, like that's pretty much all of this in a nutshell. Is like it all depends on how it's being handled. So there you go. We are at 17 minutes now, and I feel like I should talk about yesterday's Achievement Hunter TV now. Yesterday, Achievement Hunter TV, we hit a new goal of 170 average, and we peaked at around 220 something. And we played about 4 matches of Halo Reach, which was just utterly craziness, insanity. I'm probably gonna have to upload these videos to YouTube, because they were a lot of fun. I'm thinking like sometime later on this week, like Thursday, Friday, I'm gonna put up the videos from those days. So those were a lot of fun, and we played a lot of games during that. I said I got the 100% in Portal 2. We played some DP. We played some Turkhawk, as I've been calling it as of late. We played a little bit of Mindjack. God, I hate sounding like this. I feel like utter shit right now. Played some Bionic Commando, Super Meat Boy, The Born Racist Conspiracy, Turning Point, Splatterhouse, Mortal Kombat, and a couple levels of Crisis 2. So we had a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it next time. So, yeah. But once again, just give me another link here. This is the Achievement Hunter TV group. Please join it. If you join it, you will be kept up on when these are going to be happening. So sometime later on this week, when I kind of nail down a date, be there. Sorry. So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go drink some hot chocolate and try to get the sound of dicks in my throat out. So see you guys later. Toodles.